Have you ever woken up at 3 a.m. drenched in sweat because you know you owe money to so many people that you've lost count? Have you ever avoided phone calls because you're scared it might be another lender asking for their money back? Have you felt the shame when your own family stops believing in you? If you're going through this right now, or if you failed in business and people call you a loser, this story is only for you. Because the man I'm about to tell you about was 50 lakh rupees in debt. His father sold tea on the street. Everyone said he was finished. But today, he owns a 300 crore rupee empire. And the secret to his comeback? It's so simple, so powerful, that when I reveal it at the end of this video, you'll realize you've had this power all along. Don't skip this video, watch every single second, because this could be the turning point of your life. Let me take you back to 1995. In a small town called Nashik, Maharashtra, there lived a man named Ramesh Kumar. Ramesh's father, Ganpat Kumar, ran a small tea stall near the bus station. Every morning at 5 a.m., Ganpat would wake up, boil milk, brew tea and serve it to laborers, bus drivers and office workers for just 2 rupees per cup. Ramesh would watch his father work 16 hours a day, sweating in the summer heat, shivering in the winter cold, all for 200 to 300 rupees a day. Young Ramesh made a promise to himself, one day I will change our family's destiny. But there was a problem. Ramesh was an average student. He barely passed his 12th grade. College was too expensive. His father couldn't afford it. So at 18 years old, Ramesh started working at a small electronics shop. He earned 3,000 rupees per month. He would give 2,500 rupees to his father and keep just 500 rupees for himself. But inside his heart burned a fire to do something bigger. The year was 2005. Ramesh was now 28 years old. India was going through a mobile phone revolution. Nokia, Samsung, Motorola, everyone wanted a mobile phone. Ramesh noticed something interesting. At the electronics shop where he worked, people would come asking, "Where can I get my phone repaired?" Most shops would say, "Go to the company service center." But those centers were far away, expensive, and took weeks. Ramesh saw an opportunity. He thought, what if I start a small mobile repair shop right here in the market? Fast, affordable, trustworthy. He had saved 80,000 rupees over 10 years of working. He borrowed 1.2 lakh rupees from relatives and friends. With 2 lakh rupees, Ramesh opened Quick Fix Mobile Repair in 2006. The first 3 months were magical. Customers loved his service. He was fast, cheap, and honest. Word spread quickly. Ramesh was making 40,000 to 50,000 rupees profit per month. He thought he had finally made it. But then, disaster struck. After 6 months of success, Ramesh got overconfident. He thought, if one shop is doing so well, imagine if I open 5 shops. This was his first big mistake. Without proper planning, without understanding how to manage multiple locations, Ramesh borrowed heavily. He took loans from banks, borrowed from more relatives, even took money from local lenders at high interest rates. By 2007, he had opened 5 repair shops across Nashik. But problems started immediately. Problem 1, staff management. The employees he hired were not as honest as him. They would pocket extra money. They would do poor quality repairs. Customers started complaining. Problem 2, competition. Other people saw his idea and opened similar shops. They offered even cheaper rates. Price wars began. Problem 3, suppliers. Spare parts suppliers would delay deliveries. Sometimes they sent defective parts. Customers blamed Ramesh. Problem 4, cash flow crisis. Money was stuck everywhere. Customers would promise to pay later. Suppliers demanded advance payment. Employees needed salaries. Rent had to be paid. Within 18 months, all 5 shops were bleeding money. By mid-2008, Ramesh was in deep trouble. 50 lakh rupees in total debt. Shops were making losses. Lenders were calling every day. His father's tea stall had to be sold to pay some debts. His mother was crying every night. Relatives stopped talking to him. Ramesh was 31 years old, broken, defeated, ashamed. People in his neighborhood would whisper, "The tea seller's son thought he could become a businessman. Look at him now. He's worse than his father." By the end of 2008, Ramesh had to shut down all 5 shops. The next 2 years were the darkest period of Ramesh's life. He had no business, no job, 50 lakh rupees in debt, and the entire town knew about his failure. He took whatever work he could find. He worked as a delivery boy for a courier company. He did part-time accounting for small shops. He even went back to helping at a friend's electronics store. But the mental torture was unbearable. Every phone call was a lender demanding money. Every festival, every family function, he was avoided. His younger sister's marriage proposal was rejected because her brother is bankrupt. That rejection broke Ramesh completely. One night in 2010, Ramesh sat alone on the terrace of his small rented house. He looked at the sky and cried. Not just tears, but the kind of crying that comes from deep inside your soul. He asked God, "Why me? I only wanted to help my family. I only wanted to do something good. Why did everything fall apart?" He was ready to give up, forever. The next morning, still depressed, Ramesh went to deliver a parcel to an old man's house. The old man, Mr. Deshmukh, was a retired business owner. He noticed Ramesh's sad face. "Beta, you look like someone who has lost everything," Mr. Deshmukh said. Ramesh didn't want to talk, but something about the old man's kind eyes made him open up. He told him everything. Mr. Deshmukh listened patiently, then he smiled and said, "So, you failed once, so what?" Ramesh was shocked. "Sir, I didn't just fail, I lost 50 lakh rupees. I destroyed my family's reputation. I'm a complete failure." Mr. Deshmukh laughed. "Let me tell you something, beta. I failed 4 times before I succeeded." He then shared his story. He had started and failed in a textile business, lost 3 lakh rupees in 1975. A restaurant, lost 5 lakh rupees in 1980. A trading company, lost 8 lakh rupees in 1985. A manufacturing unit, lost 12 lakh rupees in 1990. But in 1995, I started a small logistics company. Today my sons run it. It's worth 100 crore rupees. Ramesh couldn't believe this. This respected man, living in a big house, had failed so many times. Mr. Deshmukh then told him 3 things that changed Ramesh's life forever. Lesson 1. Failure's not your identity. It's just an event. You didn't fail. Your business plan failed. There's a difference. You are still here. You can try again. Lesson 2. Every failure teaches you what not to do. Now you know, don't expand too fast. Don't hire without proper training. Don't ignore cash flow. This is knowledge that cost you 50 lakh rupees. Most MBA students pay 20 lakh rupees for a degree and still don't learn what you just learned. Lesson 3. Success doesn't come from avoiding failure. It comes from learning from failure. The question is not, should I try again? The question is, what will I do differently this time? Ramesh sat there in silence. For the first time in 2 years, he felt a spark. A tiny spark of hope. Mr. Deshmukh gave him a small notebook and said, "Write down everything you learned from your failure. Then write down your next plan. But this time, plan slowly, execute carefully." Ramesh went home and opened that notebook. He spent the next 3 months doing something he had never done before. Deep analysis. He wrote down every mistake. Expanded too fast without systems. Hired people without proper training. Didn't track cash flow daily. Took too much debt without a backup plan. Didn't focus on customer experience. Copied others' business models instead of creating his own. Then he observed the market again. It was now 2011. He noticed something new. Smartphones were coming to India, but repair shops didn't know how to fix them. People had to send phones to big cities for repairs. It took weeks and cost a lot. Ramesh saw a gap. He thought, what if I specialize only in smartphone repairs? And what if I train my staff so well that they become experts? But this time he didn't have money. He was still in debt. So he made a bold decision. He approached a small mobile shop owner and said, "Give me a corner in your shop. I'll repair phones there. You take 40% of the earnings. I'll take 60%. You don't have to invest anything. Zero risk for you." The shop owner agreed. Ramesh started with just one corner in someone else's shop, a small table, basic tools, and his hands. But this time he did things differently. Strategy 1. Mastery over scale. He didn't try to expand. He focused on becoming the best smartphone repair expert in Nashik. He would watch YouTube videos at night to learn new repair techniques. He would practice for hours. Strategy 2. Customer experience. Every customer got a written warranty, SMS updates on repair status, a small thank you note, follow-up call after 1 week. Strategy 3. Build trust first. If he couldn't fix a phone, he would say so honestly. No false promises, no hiding mistakes. The results? Within 3 months, people started specifically asking for Ramesh in that shop. Within 6 months, he was repairing 10 to 15 phones per day. Within 1 year, he had saved 3 lakh rupees. By 2012, Ramesh was ready to expand again, but this time, smart. Phase 1. Own shop. 2012 to 2013. He opened